You have been carrying a credit card balance on purpose. Not because you ran out of money, because somebody told you that you have to. Leave a little on the card. Do not pay it all off. The bank needs to see you using credit, or your score will not grow. You have probably said this out loud, to a friend, with total confidence. Maybe your dad said it to you. Maybe a coworker said it at lunch like it was ancient wisdom. Here is the problem. It is wrong. Not a little wrong. Expensively wrong. Carrying a balance does not build your credit. It builds the bank's yacht. The number that scores you does not give you a single extra point for leaving money unpaid. It never did. And every month you left a little on there to be safe. You are paying interest for a benefit that does not exist. Today I will show you what your credit score actually rewards, where this myth came from, and how to build great credit while paying $0 in interest. Quick thing first, because I have to. Everything I am about to say is general information and my own opinion. I am not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I do not know your situation. Check it against your own bank, and if I get a detail wrong, roast me in the comments. I am a cartoon man with a round head, not a credit bureau. And no, I will not beg you to subscribe at the end, even though I will want to, badly. Okay, let us go cost a bank some money. Let us start with what your credit score is even made of. Because once you see the recipe, the whole myth falls apart in about 10 seconds. The biggest single ingredient is payment history. Do you pay on time? That is roughly a third of your whole score, right there. The next big chunk is something with a scary name. Credit utilization. Relax, it is simple. It just means, of all the credit you have available, how much are you actually using right now? If your card has a $1,000 limit and you are sitting at $100, your utilization is 10%. Low. The score loves that. If you are sitting at $900 on that same card, you are at 90%. High. The score panics. It thinks you are drowning. So read those two ingredients back to back. Pay on time. Keep what you owe low. Notice what is not on the list anywhere. Nowhere does it say leave an unpaid balance sitting there overnight so the bank feels respected. That is not an ingredient. That is not a factor. It is a rumor wearing a tie. The machine that scores you wants to see a low balance and an on-time payment. A carried balance is literally the opposite of the first thing and pays you nothing for the second. Okay, so a balance does not help your score. But surely it is harmless, right? A little insurance? No. This is the part that should make you angry. When you carry a balance, the bank charges you interest on it. Not a fee you agreed was fair. Rent. You are paying rent on money you already spent. Credit card interest rates are brutal. We are often talking 20–25% a year. That is not a service. That is one of the most expensive ways to borrow money that a normal person can legally find. So play it out. You leave $500 on the card every month, on purpose, to build credit. The credit bureau gives you exactly 0 extra points for it. 0. And the bank quietly charges you interest on that $500, month after month, forever. You are paying real money for an imaginary reward. It is like tipping a waiter who never brought you any food, and then coming back tomorrow to tip him again. Think about who invented this advice, and who profits from it. You have to carry a balance, is the single most profitable sentence a lender ever planted in your head. Every person who believes it is a customer paying interest for nothing. The myth is not a mistake to them, it is a business model. So if it is this wrong, why does everyone believe it? Where did this even start? Here is my honest read on it. The myth was born from a sentence that used to be true, with one word quietly swapped. The real advice was always, use your card. Put a few things on it, let the lender see real activity. Do not let the account sit dead and forgotten. That part is genuinely smart. A card you never touch reports nothing. Activity is good, but somewhere along the way, in 1,000 kitchen conversations, use your card mutated into do not pay your card off. Those are not the same sentence. They are not even cousins. Use it means swipe it and pay it. Carry a balance means swipe it and let the bank bill you for the privilege. One word changed, and an entire generation started donating money to lenders to feel responsible. It is a game of telephone, except the prize for getting it wrong is 25% interest. And the banks? They heard the broken version of the rumor and decided it was the best thing they had ever heard. Why would they correct you? You are wrong in a way that pays them every single month. A rumor that makes the listener poorer does not get fact-checked by the people cashing the check. Small interruption. There is a fresh myth getting demolished here every week. No smash anything. Just, if you like being lied to less, you know where the button is. Now the fear underneath all of this. But if I pay my card off completely every month, the bank sees nothing, so my score stops growing. Take a breath. That is not how the timing works. And the timing is the whole secret. Your card has two important dates. The statement date, when the bank takes a snapshot of your balance and reports it to the credit bureaus. And the due date, a few weeks later, when payment is actually due. Here is the magic. You use the card all month. The activity is real. The bank reports it. You get full credit for being an active, responsible user. And then you pay the statement off in full before the due date. No interest. None. The reporting already happened. Paying it off does not erase your activity. It just means you do not get charged for it. You got the entire benefit and skipped the entire bill. There is even a power move here. If you want your reported balance to look extra low, pay most of the card down before the statement date, so the snapshot catches a tiny number. Low utilization, on time, zero interest. That is the cheat code. Paying in full is not invisible to the bureaus. It is the strongest, cheapest signal you can send. You look like exactly the kind of person lenders fight over, and you paid nothing to look that way. Here is the twist that should actually set you free. You can win at this entire game while thinking about it almost never. Everything we just covered, pay on time, keep the balance low, never carry interest, you do not have to white-knuckle it every month. You automate it. Almost every bank lets you set up autopay for the full statement balance. One setting, you turn it on once. From then on, the card pays itself off completely, on time, every single month, while you sleep. On-time payment? Automatic. Zero interest? Automatic. Activity reported? Automatic. The thing you were doing the hard, expensive, anxious way, leaving balances, watching dates, paying interest as a strategy, you can replace all of it with a switch you flip one time. No app buzzing at you. No guilt. No fear of the statement landing in your inbox. Now, one honest note, because I am not a cartoon liar. Autopay only works if the money is actually in your checking account on the due date, so you still have to spend within your means. That part never goes away. And if you are already deep in card debt, getting out of it is a different episode and a real fight. I am not pretending it is one button. But for the everyday person who was carrying a small balance on purpose, terrified to pay it off, stop. Pay it in full, flip on autopay, and reclaim the brain space. So let us put this expensive little myth to bed for good. You do not need to carry a balance. You do not need to pay the bank interest to prove you are responsible. You do not need to fear paying your card off in full. Here is the whole story in one breath. Your score rewards low balances and on-time payments. A carried balance gives you 0 points and a real bill. Use your card, got twisted into, never pay it off, and the banks were thrilled to let the rumor spread. Meanwhile, paying in full reports everything, costs nothing, and makes you look like a dream customer. And one autopay switch does the whole job for you. So here is the plan. Use the card, pay it in full, turn on autopay, and stop donating interest to a bank that was never going to thank you. I promised I would not beg, and a promise is a promise. So consider this a dignified nod toward the subscribe button. We break another one next week. This was wrong all along. The thing everyone believes. Fact-checked. Go pay off your card, or do not. But at least now you know the bank was the only one